Welcome to Cultura Latina. Today we're treating you with another amazing special on Latin fashion design. We'll take a trip to Ecuador where local design is trying to break international molds. And also we'll take a look on how the Cholitas from La Paz, Bolivia are taking the high road of fashion. Take a look. Thanks to the economic growth and changes in La Paz, the Cholitas have experienced a renaissance in their clothes and garments. Take a look at these colorful and unique characters.
When visiting La Paz, Bolivia, one cannot miss the cholas or cholitas, women who wear a traditional clothing characterized by its color and elegance. The recent economic changes and growth experienced in Bolivia have spurred a renaissance in chola high fashion, with small-scale boutique producers like Erika Luz Centellas Ruiz designing increasingly lavish apparel for the cholas of La Paz.
La cholita paseña es la imagen del departamento de La Paz de Bolivia.
The Cholita is the image of La Paz state, of Bolivia. The La Paz Cholita consists of polleras, or large skirts with folds, a simple blouse, a boiler hat, and golden jewels. This is what characterizes it, no? The pollera skirt is essential for the Cholita. It is identity for the Bolivian people, of the people of La Paz. Without the pollera, there is no Cholita. The variety of colors is immense. Now the Cholitas of La Paz really stand out with these colors and clothing, no? They are colors of the countryside. In rural areas, women use very clear and loud colors. Here we have a shawl that is embroidered with light blue and pink that can be combined, for example, with the light blue pollera, or fuchsia would also go well with this one. These are the striking colors of the Bolivian High Plateau area that are now emphasized by La Paz Cholitas. The shawls usually take up to a week to make, depending on the order. The polleras generally take around 2 days because the frills have to be very delicately folded. There is a higher demand now. We are selling more and there are more expensive orders.
Around the corner from Erika's store, we find Illimani Sombreros, where the city's finest Cholita bowler hats are crafted by hand.
I am Edson Villarroyal, an artisan. I work in hats, but hats of superior quality. My clients are a bit more demanding. I've been doing this now for more than 8 years, working in detail and using traditional techniques. Everything is done by hand. There is a saying, no? A cholita without her bowler hat is not a cholita. Just like the pollera and the shawl. When I started, there weren't so many clients, and in this short amount of time, they have been showing up more and more. They say, no, I want it like this. They want to leave an impression, because now there's this economic growth on a national level, across Bolivia. And so they ask, for example, hats that have gold, things like that. These accessories are made of gold, and also silver. For me, it is a pleasure to dress for the Cholitas, because they are one of the most identifying aspects of Bolivia.
A new Cholita fashion magazine called Warmi, the indigenous Aymara word for woman, is highlighting the work of artisanal craftspeople like Edson and Erika. Here, Cholita models and organizers of the magazine like Eliana Paco Paredes present their new 2015 calendar.
Our main focus is on the women who wear the pollera, the women who wear the clothes of the La Paz Cholita. We highlight accessories such as jewels made with seeds, vicuña fabric, and the combinations of textures of the different clothes and shawls. We try to recover how things were done before. Hand-embroidered shawls with hand-woven silk thread. We try to highlight these things so we can maintain our culture and maintain our identity as women who wear the pollera.
Designer Anabel Lopez is one of Ecuador's finest and most creative artists, with a calling to promote local identity through fashion and unique pieces with vivid colors and tailored to fit.
Breaking from the confines of traditional fashion and incorporating unique materials, cuts, and patterns, an experimental clothing style that is truly Ecuadorian is being produced. At the forefront of this movement is Annabelle Lopez, who began valuing self-expression through fashion at a very young age.
My mother taught me how to sew, and so I always made my own pants and dresses, and people would say, "How great, how strange, how different, make me one." So I began making things for friends and selling what I made, and I realized that this was my thing, that I loved it. So I decided to study design, and here I am. Fashion here, when I began, was not very developed. People were very homogenous. They all dressed the same. So now, what I think has developed more is that people are looking at distinct cuts, different way to use items, other colors and materials, and what I really want to do with my brand is make people stop following foreign fashion. That they stop imitating others, that they stop wanting to be like somebody else, but rather that they look inside themselves, that they get to know themselves, and that they know that they want to express through their clothes. So what I want to try to do with my brand is develop clothing that is a means of expression of the interior of the human being, that is an extension of the soul of the person.
Playing with colors, tones, and textures, Lopez's pieces are one of a kind and tailored to fit.
I first explore a concept, so when I am making a collection, I look for a concept that encompasses the whole collection, something that inspires me. So for the last collection I did, everything was velvet, and I was inspired in dichotomies, in breaking points. So I used a lot of layering, a lot of transparency and covering up, a lot of points, many cuts, jigsaws. So now, first I look for a concept, then I work with the forms, and from there I make a decision about the design and the fabrics. There always has to be a concept behind them.
Taking inspiration and fabrics from places as far away as Seoul, South Korea and Barcelona, Spain, Lopez challenges the limits of traditional fashion while bringing her creations to the streets of Quito.
What I would love is out on the street to be able to get to know a little bit about each person through what they are wearing. I would love this. This is my greatest goal. And that Ecuadorian designers keep breaking boundaries, that they stop imitating and break boundaries. This is what will make us succeed in a country. And I would also love, well, I guess designers here are already very united, but what I would really like is that we put on joint events and work together to succeed together.
Featured in runway shows and national magazines, the looks of Annabelle Lopez push fashion boundaries through self-expression and have been embraced by those Ecuadorians boldly seeking to break the mold.
Thanks for watching. Next week we'll be back with another taste of Latin American culture. See you then.